Brahim says, what's the difference between English language used for communication and English used in academic settings? Right? If you're in an academic setting or if you're just in regular conversation. Now, I'm assuming here we're talking about speaking, right? Let's put aside academic writing. Okay, that's a whole different thing. That's usually much more complex. Let's just talk about speaking. What would be an academic setting? Well, it could be a professor lecturing, but that's not really back and forth communication. So let's say that this is a seminar, or maybe this is a conference where many people are mingling, talking, compared to in a scientific setting or in an academic setting or a university setting, compared to just a normal conversation on the street. What would be different? Well, not as much as you might think. It's not like when people speak academically, they build their sentences in a very advanced way, right, that you can't understand, or every word they use is very high level and hard to understand. Usually it's only the specific vocabulary related to that field that is hard to understand. But that will also not be known by people who are not in that field, including myself. Right? If I go to a geology conference, there will be a lot of words thrown around that I won't understand. So I will need to look up those words or ask people what they mean to try to understand them, right? So the point there is that basically there isn't a difference between regular spoken English in conversation and spoken English in an academic setting, except that some of the content in the academic setting might be a little difficult to understand, both for English learners and for people who are not in that field. And so all you have to do is learn that stuff. Learn those words. And if you're interested in the field and you're reading about it, you should already know those things. But everything else, the filler words, the words used to piece together the sentences, the jokes people tell, most of what people say is just common English. That's true for business English as well. People think business English is, oh, hello, dear sir. How are you today? Welcome to this conference. Cordially invite you. No. When people are in a business English setting, they will generally speak as they normally speak, and there just might be a few things to keep in mind. If you want to speak less directly, okay, there are a few things here and there, but it's not that different, frankly, from the English that you hear on the street. In fact, in some ways, the English you might run into on the street, or if you're in a conversation with a native English speaker, may be harder in some areas because it's so local, it's so native, right? So there you're struggling to understand idioms. There you're struggling to understand phrases and to try to get the references people are saying, right? So they're both probably equally difficult, and I think you shouldn't be scared of academic situations. It's not as formal as you might think. It's a good question. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and check out the full courses in the links in the description. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Good question.